Inaction is your greatest enemy. It lurks in the shadows of your ambitions, whispering doubts that paralyze you. You're not defeated by failure. You're defeated by hesitation. Every moment you remain stuck is a moment wasted. You can feel the weight of your unfulfilled potential pressing against your chest, suffocating your dreams. But here's the truth. Success isn't a secret. It's the habit of taking action when the comfort of inaction beckons. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path is lined with familiar fears and the warmth of procrastination. The other, rugged and daunting, leads to the life you envision. It's tempting to linger on the safe path, waiting for that elusive moment when you feel ready. Stop. The reality is you'll never feel completely prepared. Success demands urgency. It demands your commitment, not your fleeting motivation. Shift your mindset now. Embrace the reality that every great achievement is born from decisions made amid uncertainty. Every successful individual you admire has navigated the storm of self-doubt and emerged on the other side. All because they chose to act, despite the overwhelming urge to pause. The moment you stop negotiating with yourself, you embark on a journey of relentless movement. Feel the urgency coursing through your veins. This isn't just about acting, it's about deciding. Cast aside the shackles of indecision. Choose to cut through the fog of uncertainty with bold strokes of decisive action. Look, life isn't waiting for you. The time for action is now. You don't need motivation to push forward. You need a decision to stop waiting and start doing. Master emotional detachment. Let external challenges bend, but never break you. Build your inner fortress of resolve. When hesitation knocks, respond with unwavering determination. You control your ship, steer it into the unknown with confidence. Your dreams are built on the grit of disciplined execution, not whims of inspiration. The world rewards those who dare to act boldly, those who refuse to let feelings dictate their course. Crush the comfort of inaction. Transform it into relentless momentum. Today is the day you reclaim your power. Cut through the noise of doubt and step forward with conviction. Remember, success resides on the other side of hesitation. The enemy isn't out there. It's within you. Rise, decide, and propel yourself into the arena of action. It's time for you to force yourself to take action, because the only thing standing between you and your dreams is inaction. You stand at the precipice of your potential, but the voices in your mind murmur, "You need motivation first." Let me dispel that myth. You don't need motivation. You need a decision. The moment you decide to act is the moment you ignite a fire that fuels your journey forward. Action is the spark that generates motivation, not the other way around. Picture your dreams as a distant star, bright and beckoning, yet wrapped in the fog of hesitation. The path to reach that star is unmarked and filled with uncertainty. When you negotiate with yourself, you bargain away your power. Understand this. Every second spent in indecision drains your energy and dims your light. Decide today, not tomorrow. Do not wait for the world to align in perfect harmony. Think of your greatest achievements. They weren't the result of waiting for inspiration. They blossom from bold choices made in the face of doubt and discomfort. You have that potential within you. Break free from emotional dependency, from that notion that your feelings must dictate your actions. The truth is, discipline will fuel your success when emotions threaten to sideline you. If you want to move forward, you must get comfortable with discomfort. Shift your focus from hesitating to executing. Stop seeking clarity before you act. Clarity comes only through action. By committing to that first step, you begin to carve your own path through the thicket of uncertainty. Each decision you make is a declaration of intent, a line in the sand that propels you forward. Now envision the power of commitment. Stand firm, unyielding in your resolve to push through barriers. Embrace the discomfort that comes with growth. It is a signal that you're on the right path. The only path to success is through decisive execution, through taking action when it feels daunting, when the alternative is comfort. When you look back, you'll see that your journey wasn't defined by moments of indecisiveness, but by times you decided to push through, even when you didn't feel like it. It's time to reclaim your strength. Clear the fog of hesitation. Make your decision. Step boldly into action. This is where your power lives, waiting for you to harness it. Today, choose action over inaction. Choose your future over your fear. You are ready. Now let's begin. Feel the resistance brewing inside you, that tightness in your chest, the whispers of doubt echoing in your mind. This is not a signal to retreat. It's a clarion call to advance. Resistance is your compass, guiding you toward the very actions you must take to grow. What feels tough is not a block, but a bridge to your better self. Look closely at your past. Every time you faced discomfort and chose to step beyond it, you carved your path. Now, you stand again on the precipice of discomfort, but instead of shying away, embrace it. Recognize that on the other side lies growth, insight, and fulfillment. You are not alone in this struggle. Even the icons you admire face similar trials. They too sifted through discomfort, choosing to act despite the weight of their fears. Consider this. Every moment spent avoiding what is hard only reinforces the illusion of safety. Inaction is no refuge. It is a prison built on familiar fears and comfortable routines. The only way to dismantle this prison is to push through resistance, to take that step even when the ground feels shaky beneath your feet. What if you chose to pursue discomfort instead? Embrace it as a signpost marking the way forward. Allow it to become your ally rather than your foe. When resistance arises, it's time to ask yourself, what must I do? This question ignites a fire within you, pushing you to pursue action relentlessly. Remember that success isn't born from the absence of resistance, but from the courage to act in its presence. Progress is messy. It is filled with stumbles and missteps. But every misstep is a lesson, a stepping stone toward mastery. The key is in your hands. Feel the resistance. Move anyway. This isn't just about taking action, it's about transforming discomfort into your driving force. It's an aggressive pursuit, a declaration that you refuse to be defined by your fears. So step forward. Penetrate the fog of uncertainty. When you break through the facade of resistance, you will find clarity, strength, and the relentless power to manifest your dreams. Your journey begins now, fueled by the very discomfort you once feared. Let's go. Your future is waiting. Your future is built on the actions you take when you don't feel like it. Think about this for a moment. When you wake up uninspired, the temptation to roll over, to stay in bed, whispers sweet nothings. The fleeting comfort of inaction beckons. But remember, outside that cozy shell lies the life you've always dreamed of. Let that sink in. The distance between where you stand and where you want to be is often bridged by the decisions made in those moments of reluctance. Every powerhouse you admire has stumbled out of bed on days they didn't want to rise. They've pushed through the fog of discomfort to seize opportunities. So can you. Shift your focus from feelings to choices. Stop attuning your life's rhythm to your emotions. They are fickle and fleeting. Instead, ground your actions in decisions rooted in discipline and commitment. Today, say it aloud. I will act regardless of how I feel. Because that's where your growth lies. Think of a time when you faced adversity. What did you do? You didn't wait for a wave of motivation. You took action. Perhaps it was a small step, or maybe a giant leap, but each was pivotal. Remember, what you accomplish on days that challenge you defines you more than your triumphs in comfort. Harness that reality. Use it. When you're met with resistance, when your body whispers no, force yourself to say yes. You're not your feelings. You're your actions. And those actions, they are the blueprint of your success. Refuse to be held captive by fleeting emotions. Choose to move forward. Every moment you push through discomfort, you sculpt your future. Today is the day to ignite that motivation with a decision to act. Be a person of conviction, unwavering in purpose, relentless in execution. When you choose action over inaction, you cultivate a mindset that transforms dreams into tangible realities. As you stand at the brink of your potential, feel that fire? That's your resolve. Your moment is now. Don't hesitate. You are capable of greatness, not when the stars align, but when you force yourself to take action. Let today be a testament to your unstoppable momentum. Go forth and create your future, one decisive action at a time. Emotions are fleeting. They rise and fall like the tide, often leaving chaos in their wake. But discipline, that's your anchor. When the storms of uncertainty roar in your mind, remember that your true strength lies in the steadfast habits you forge in silence. This is where the foundation of your future is built, behind closed doors, when no one else is watching. Think about those moments when the world fades away and it's just you against your doubts. This is where discipline becomes your greatest ally. A commitment to action, regardless of how you feel, sets you apart. You must cultivate habits that weather the whims of your emotions. While moods may shift like the wind, your discipline can be a solid ground beneath your feet. Consider the long game. Your journey to success is not defined by the highs of elation, but by the consistent choices you make when passion runs low. Each small act of discipline compounds, like a mighty river carving through rock. Inaction may feel comfortable, but it is a mirage. Only you hold the power to transform those moments of discomfort into bridges toward your goals. Reflect on your habits. Are they serving you? Are you nurturing them silently in the dark? It's in these moments that your future unfolds. The choices you make when motivation wanes are pivotal. Every time you choose discipline over fleeting emotion, you push through barriers. You declare, I am in control. Don't let a bad day dictate your trajectory. Instead, lift yourself through the power of steadfast resolve. Let it be your routine that shapes your destiny, that propels you into action when emotions entrap you in inertia. This practice will sharpen you, redefine you, and ultimately empower you to create the life you envision. You're not a bystander in your own story, you are the author. So pen this chapter of your life with resolve and intent. Choose to act even when your heart isn't fully in it. Turn discipline into your relentless companion. Every small action matters. Every heartbeat of progress matters. Harness that power. The world is waiting, and your moment of transformation is now. Stand strong, embody discipline, and let your dreams flow forth through the river of your unwavering action. You've got this. Now go make it happen and decide. Then don't look back. You stand on the edge of a choice. The scales tip between what's comfortable and what's transformative. Every decision you make is a line drawn in the sand, a commitment to forge ahead, unapologetically. Indecision is the thief of energy. It steals your momentum, leaving you stagnant. Action, however, fuels your progress and ignites your power. Think of the times you hesitated. Did you not feel the weight of uncertainty? Each moment spent second-guessing set you back, feeding the nagging doubts that swirl around your mind. But here's the revelation. Every powerful move you make starts with a single decision. Not an infallible plan or a flood of motivation, but a simple yes to action. Now ask yourself, what is one decision you can make today that will set your life in motion? Visualize that choice as a door. When you open it, a rush of possibilities awaits. There's no room for ambiguity here. Double down. Commit with ferocity. You chart your path by taking decisive steps. Imagine standing before that door emblazoned with your goals, the life you long for. If it feels heavy, if the fear of failure stirs in your chest, know that it's simply a sign that you've reached the brink of growth. If it were easy, everyone would do it, and you wouldn't be here creating the future you crave. Embrace that discomfort. It's not just part of the journey, it's the catalyst for change. Transition from being a passive observer to an active participant in your life. Every time you act despite your fears, you cast aside the shackles of inaction and rewrite the narrative of your journey. Look back only to remind yourself where you've come from. Don't linger. Let the past serve as motivation rather than a weight. You are not defined by your moments of hesitation. You are shaped by the decisions you make in the face of them. So as you stand at this crossroads, take that leap. Step forward with confidence. Rise up and declare that this is your time, your choice, your action. You are reclaiming your narrative, and with every bold step, you build an unwavering momentum that propels you toward your dreams. Make that decision today. Do it now. Your future is waiting, just beyond the threshold. Now is always the right time. It's time to shatter the illusion of perfect timing. You've lingered long enough in the shadows of your ambitions. Each second spent waiting is a moment lost forever. The world doesn't pause for you. Think about it. Each time you hold back, you're not just hesitating, you're actively choosing regret. Feel that stir within you. That's the weight of potential unfulfilled. The truth is, it's never about waiting for inspiration to strike. It's about summoning your courage and deciding to act, regardless of how you feel. You don't need motivation to push forward. You need the fire of decisiveness to propel you into action. Every moment of inaction is a thief, stealing your time and your energy. The realization hits hard. Waiting leads to regret. Imagine standing at the edge of opportunity, the other side a horizon of your dreams. But instead, you remain on the brink, trapped by the comforting allure of complacency. It's time to be ruthless. Choose action over hesitation, decisiveness over doubt. When you feel that familiar tug of procrastination, rise above it. Embrace the urgency of now. Let the discomfort of the present become the catalyst for your future. Each decision of today is sculpting the life you will live tomorrow. The time for self-doubt is over. The moment is now. Claim it. The landscape of your dreams is no longer a distant fantasy. It's within your reach, but only if you act. Every hour wasted is an hour you'll never reclaim. Reflect on what you've learned. Success favors those who initiate, who blaze trails in moments of uncertainty. You possess the seeds of greatness, and they flourish only when watered by action. So stand tall and break free from the shackles of indecision. The choice is yours. Seize the day, seize your dreams. You are the architect of your own destiny, and today's decisions are your blueprints. Step forward with unwavering conviction. The world is waiting for your bold strokes. Now is always the right time. Act, ignite your motion, and let nothing stand between you and your aspirations. This is your moment. Go forth and create it. You build confidence not by avoiding what scares you, but by plunging headfirst into it. Take a moment to absorb this fact. Confidence is not a gift bestowed upon you. It is a muscle that grows only when exercised through action. Every time you confront your fears, every time you choose to act despite feeling unprepared, you weave a tapestry of strength that supports every aspect of your journey. Consider your past. Recall a time when you were gripped by doubt but decided to act anyway. Feel that mixture of fear and determination? That's courage, the first step to building your self-belief. While fear clamors for attention, courage whispers, do it anyway. Herein lies your power. Courage paves the way for confidence. Every action taken against the backdrop of self-doubt transforms your perspective, molding you into a person who no longer retreats in the face of fear. Imagine your future as a canvas. Each stroke of action paints a picture of who you're becoming. But guess what? The brush is in your hand. Use it. Challenge the beliefs that attempt to tether you to inaction. Stand tall against the voice convincing you that you're not ready. Reality check. You are more than ready. You're capable beyond your current understanding. Remember, it's the ordinary acts of bravery that compound into extraordinary results. When you push against fear, that tension propels you forward, revealing the path to your truly vibrant life. You are capable of so much more than you allow yourself to believe. Confidence grows in the doing, not the dreaming. Every step you take is a victory over insecurity. So unleash yourself from the chains of self-doubt. When you start doing what scares you, you respect yourself more, with each courageous act fortifying your self-esteem. Don't wait for it to feel right. Dive into the deep end. Let the exhilaration of your achievements fill the void of uncertainty. Every moment spent demanding action from yourself is a moment spent reclaiming your worth. You are in control of this narrative. Embrace that truth. Your journey of confidence begins the instant you choose to act in the face of fear. Step boldly into that arena. Your future self is counting on you to show up today. It's time to invest in that self-respect, one courageous action at a time. Success isn't about innate talent. It's about the relentless consistency of your actions. You see, every day is a blank canvas. It's not the brush strokes of genius that create a masterpiece. It's the countless layers of paint dabbed on with intention day after day. Ordinary people achieve extraordinary results not through bursts of brilliance, but through the mundane act of showing up. So let go of the myth that success belongs only to the gifted. Shift your focus from waiting for inspiration to simply executing your plan. Every step you take, regardless of how small, compounds into momentum. Each tiny action piles upon the last. And soon, your efforts become a powerful force propelling you forward. Think back to moments you admired someone's brilliance. What you didn't see were the countless hours they spent honing their craft, battling their own doubts, and pushing through a monotonous grind. The world doesn't reward spontaneity. It rewards reliability. It rewards consistency. Are you ready to create a routine that reflects your aspirations even when enthusiasm wanes? Commit to the process. Commit to your daily rituals, even when the thrill fades and every action feels mechanical. These are the moments that define your trajectory. They build your foundation, your unwavering path to success. Understand that the real challenge isn't just taking action. It's taking action consistently. It's about becoming almost robotic in your determination. You don't need to feel inspired. You simply need to act. Every day that you commit, you erase the fear of failure. Every choice made in consistency fortifies your resolve. As you immerse yourself in this practice, clarity will emerge from the fog. Answers seep from the progression of your actions rather than your contemplations. You'll discover that success is often about following the ancient wisdom of showing up. Even when you don't feel like it, raise your standards, elevate your commitments, transform your reluctance into routines. Your brilliance will shine through the work you show up to do day after day, regardless of how you feel. Stay steadfast in this commitment. Remember, it's consistency that magnifies your actions. Forge ahead. Your masterpiece awaits, created one deliberate stroke at a time. Your journey isn't about waiting for light bulb moments or pristine clarity. It's about moving to find those moments amid the shadows of uncertainty. The fog will never fully lift until you take that critical first step. Stop wasting time trying to think your way to clarity. You don't need more information. You need action. Action reveals the truth of your path. Imagine standing in the middle of a bustling city. Cars zoom past, people rush by. You feel lost among the noise. But here's the truth. Within that chaos lies opportunity. The streets may not be perfect, but they are yours to explore. Each step you take uncovers new sights, new insights. That's how clarity is born. Through the act of moving forward, not waiting in apprehension. Every decision you make and every action you take creates a ripple effect. You may feel uncertain, confused, but that confusion is a necessary part of the process. Trust it. Recognize that stumbling blocks are not barriers, but stepping stones leading to insight. Feedback is found in your actions. Clarity is crafted in the details of execution. You'll discover truths about yourself that you never knew existed. What feels foggy today will become crystalline tomorrow, as long as you keep moving. Embrace the process wholeheartedly. Stop worrying whether you're making the right choice or whether you're on the right path. Just keep stepping. With each action, you're drawing closer to your destination. Consider this: the most successful people weren't always sure. They took action despite their doubts and confusion. That's what you must do. Use your ambition as fuel to push through the uncertainty. Act with urgency. Allow your actions to illuminate the path ahead, guiding you toward clarity and purpose. When confusion creeps in, remember, it will dissipate, but only through action. Your journey will never resemble a straight line. It will be messy, unpredictable, but profoundly yours. Lean into that messiness. Trust that each step forward is crafting a more refined understanding of who you are and what you truly want. Let go of hesitation. Embrace action, your lighthouse in the fog. Progress reveals truth. Be relentless. Your clarity awaits on the other side of your commitment to act. Now go forth. Make it happen. You stand on the threshold of your greatest realization. Life responds to action, not idle intentions. In the tapestry of your existence, weave the threads of decisive moments. Each action you take is a stroke of genius, painting the landscape of your dreams. Welcome to the truth. Greatness is not reserved for a chosen few. It belongs to anyone willing to step beyond comfort and forge their own path. Reflect for a moment. Think of the obstacles you once deemed insurmountable. Did you allow fear to dictate your choices, or did you eventually muster the strength to confront it? You have witnessed how each hesitant step turned into bold strides. With every decision, you transformed potential into reality. This is the foundation of your journey, where mastery is born not from talent, but through relentless action. You've learned the power of pushing through resistance. You embrace discomfort as a necessary companion on your road to success. Now, it's time to acknowledge that discomfort, once a foe, is a barometer for your growth. When faced with uncertainty, you have chosen to act, molding your future with every decisive motion. This is your blueprint. But there's more. The moment you knew you were the architect of your life, that was your tipping point. Passivity slipped away, replaced by profound personal power. You spoke your truth. I will act regardless of how I feel. This mantra is your shield against inertia, your declaration of independence from doubt. As you reflect on where you started, lost in hesitation, encumbered by fear, you can now see how far you've come. Not just in action, but in belief. You have transformed your mindset, flipping weaknesses into strengths. You've built a resilient foundation, a fortress within, where discipline reigns supreme. Look ahead. The horizon is painted with infinite possibilities. Are you ready to continue constructing this life you envision? Remember, every second spent doubting is a second forfeited to inaction. Seize it. Feel that urge to create, to push, to act. This moment is yours. Stand tall, embrace your journey, and let your actions define you. Your dreams await. You are no longer at the mercy of circumstance. You are the force of nature that will shape your destiny. Now, go forth, create, innovate, and master your life. You are unstoppable.